Welcome to Speedway, Episode 4, bringing you the action from the Bonza Bradford Memorial in Pithara. And we talk with Michael Nan from Performance Race Gear.
G'day race fans, today we're at Pithara Speedway. It's about 2.5 hours from the Perth CBD and we're here for the Bonza Bradford Memorial.
Pithara Speedway was built in 1974 by local volunteers. A small town with a big heart in the wheat belt of Western Australia. Pithara only hold a few meetings a year and people gather up there to camp and enjoy the surroundings.
Unfortunately, Ian had cancer and his life was cut short in November 1992 at just the age of 33. Tonight we celebrate the life of Ian Bonza Bradford. His sons are here, Casey and Sean, carrying on Dad's legacy and the Bradford name.
Here is some footage of the late Bonza Bradford in 1985 at Bunbury Speedway.
As he goes into turn number 2 and back down the main, the back straight away once again, past the Bunbury line and into pit corner. Looks as if it's one down and one to go in the time trial fastest record. It's still Ian Bonza Bradford out there in front as he makes his way up the back straightaway once again past the Bunbury City Speedway sign.
Because the two mighty mean racers, and that's Ian Bonza Bradford and Bob Kinnear.
Thanks very much, Brad. Well, they're certainly lining themselves up over in the back straight and make their way. Looks as if they look pretty clean as they're moving around there. Ian Bonza Bradford, Bob Kinnear. Old Bonds has won quite a few feature races last year. Well, it looks as if they get the green flag. Looks like Bob Kinnear. Oh, they've touched wheels there in the first corner, and fortunately both still unable to continue on the journey. Well, it looks like Bonza Bradford's still going wide open as he moves through pit's corner. Once again gets the white flag signal, one lap to go. He's the farmer from up there in Perenjori, the performance modified car. Bonza Bradford as he makes his way up the back straightaway past the Bunbury City Speedway sign for the second time. Round through Crosslands video corner, in through pit bend and down the main straightaway. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Bonza Bradford gets the checkered flag from gentleman Jim Shone down there.
Ian Bonza Bradford is a two-time state champion in Sprintcars. Pithara Speedway hold the Bonza Bradford annually every year. Sean Bradford has won it 6 times. The conditions have been very hard here today and the last couple of days. It's been very hot, very windy. Guys put a lot of effort into the track, so hopefully it holds up. We're going to go take you now to some of the interviews that I did a little bit earlier on with some of the drivers here for the Bonza Bradford Memorial. With me now is Darren Muir. Darren, you're a former winner of the Bonza Bradford Memorial, probably one of your highlights of your career.
Yeah, most definitely. It's always a great place to come, and to have your name etched into that trophy is a great thing.
Pithara is a good hunting ground for you normally. You love this kind of racetrack and this kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's we've got a Bradford behind us being an idiot. That's standard. Yeah, look, it's a great place. I've won many the Pithara routes back in the days, and been coming here for 15 odd years. Yeah, it's a great place. It's a great atmosphere. It's just a great place in general just to come.
Now your young bloke is running the car now, second year. How's that all transpiring in your thoughts? Because you're used to running it yourself, doing the whole deal. Now having your young bloke in there, is it a lot different? You enjoy it as much? You want to get back in the seat? Tell us.
No, not really. Look, it's good. Good watching him become a driver. This is his second year. We raced last year with the LS1 motor in against against a lot of the pro sprints, which has 360 motors. And he did a good job. He came 5th overall in the points. He did a couple of meetings with the 360 motor. This year we've got a brand new CT 525. So yeah, we're looking forward to it and seeing how this motor, compared to the older one. Yeah, hopefully it's all going to go good.
How's he adapting with what the car's doing to his vocabulary towards you to get the car to do what he needs it to do?
Now, that's a little bit up in the air at the moment. I've got to try and work it out in the first couple of laps. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right. He's listening. That's the major thing. And like he had 2 years under the crew chief of Bill Stocks when I was racing, so he's learned a lot off of Bill. So he knows what we do if we do make changes to what's going to happen in the car. So going forward, yeah. Look, he raced the other day up at Mora. He won that one. It's his first feature win. So things are looking positive at the moment, as long as he keeps his head on his shoulders.
Now he's hard working on the car now. Is he like that at home, or do you do most of the work and he Hollywood's around, or does he actually get into it and take his way?
No, he gets into it. He's always pulling something apart and putting it all back together to see how it works. But no, he's predominantly working on it most of the time, as well as I spend too much time on it. But we've got 3 cars at the moment. So we've got the LS1, this Pro Sprint, and we've got the other one which will be Harold's the bigger motor, the 360 motor, and we've got the 410, but he's not touching that.
Not ready for it quite yet.
Not yet.
All right, mate. Good luck. Have a good run and a good evening, and we'll see what the track does and see what the Roger Bradford holds for us all.
Yeah, no worries at all. Thanks very much for coming up. Thank you.
With me now is the son of Darren Mewett, Luke Mewett. Now, Luke, how are you adapting to sprint car life? Are you really enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's been good. Had having a heap of fun. It's a good learning experience to try something new, and yeah.
What's some of the biggest challenges you've had so far?
Just learning how to drive, I suppose, and then learning how everything works.
Preparation is a big key to sprint car racing. You've got to go through every little bit of the car, nuts and bolts, all that. How do you find the time to do all that kind of stuff?
Normally pretty knock off work about 5 o'clock, and then working pretty late in the shed every night, getting it ready for the weekend, and then just do maintenance on Sunday. And then back, get it all sorted.
All right, mate, we wish you well tonight. It's going to be a big night at Bonds Bradford Memorial, and hope you do well.
Thanks, mate.
With me now is Casey Bradford. Casey, the son of Ian Bonds Bradford, one of them. Casey, this event, obviously, we don't need to say how much it means to your family.
We haven't been racing a lot the last couple of years. Like last year was probably the quietest year we've ever had. We only did a handful of race meetings. We would have done even less if it wasn't for Alan Nash running his car for the title and that. But Sean will be a little bit rusty, but hopefully, get out there for hot laps and blow the cobwebs off, and you should be right.
Now let's go back in time a little bit. Unfortunately, your dad had cancer, fought it massively. A lot of us in my age know the story. Followed him, watched him race, he was a superstar, but he lost his battle, in 1992 in November.
Yeah.
At the age of 33. How old were you?
I was 8 years old. Sean was 6 at the time.
That would have been obviously a massive for any family, to lose a parent.
Yeah.
But then for you guys to go from 8 to 6 years old, still in sprint car racing now, is quite phenomenal, because you didn't really have a link then as such.
Not really,
directly, because Pop had finished racing, he's a national champion in 26, and then you could have gone in any other direction.
Yeah, we could have. Like Uncle Barry raced for a little bit after Dad passed. We did do go-karts a lot. We had some go-karts on the farm. Like Dad and Uncle Barry, they put some karts together when we were kids. And then Uncle Barry and a few other people got together. We built some mule karts and sort of kept going right through our teenage years, just a bit of fun. And then I think Sean sort of kept going with it with the connections from Uncle Barry still racing with a few guys like Phil Blackburn and Rory Taylor from Speed Talk. Been an engine builder. Sean just started hanging out with those guys and learning a lot about the sprint cars, and it all just sort of flowed on from there.
It's obviously in your blood, great name for sprint car racing. The family farm is not too far from the racetrack here at Pithara.
No.
In Ballagoo, only
10 k's.
10 k's away.
Yeah, yep. So it's nice and close. And I've just recently moved back up here, so Sean's up here, so it's all sort of full circle for us really. Grew up here, moved away, come back. But, yeah, it's a bit surreal at times, you know, like when you think about what we're racing for. But we love it. Yeah, every time we're not at the racetrack, you're watching racing, or you're looking at results. You're watching Racing America. It's hard to not, you know, do it. Yeah. This year's probably been the most time we've ever spent away from racing. We haven't really done a lot of preparation on the car. We've had some other crew guys doing work on the car during the off season, being in Perth and us being up here, 3 hours away. So yeah, it's not been too bad to have a bit of a break, but yeah, still enjoy it.
Now your Uncle Barry, talking about him, he won his first ever event as well, on Bradford Memorial. So that's special to your family for him to win it, and then Sean won it 6 times. You know, it's one of those things that I guess family member always wants to win another family member's race. Sometimes that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
But you guys put so much effort into this, and behind the scenes as well.
We do, yeah. All the family do. You try and help out. A lot of the town sort of gets behind the event to try and help out. It would be good to try and take it on a level and get more involved, get some more sponsorship to make it even better, but it takes a lot of time and commitment, which we're a little bit short on time at the moment, but hopefully down the track we would like to actually probably, if Sean's not racing as much anymore, we'll probably be able to spend a bit more time trying to promote the track and trying to make it a better event, you know, because as you know, it does lose a bit of its luster after a few years, so yeah, but Sean seems to drive a lot better, you know, like he takes it that next level for events like this, you know, especially it's got a lot of value to him, a lot of sentimental value. So yeah, I think he drives a lot better, goes that extra mile behind the wheel when he's driving this event. So yeah.
All right, mate. Well, we wish you best. You know, it's an emotional day and night for you guys, but getting behind the wheel and being crew chiefs and all that kind of stuff, keeping Dad's legacy going, mate, we really appreciate it. As you know, your family to everyone's Speedway family, that you guys are still in it.
Yeah.
And wish you well done.
Thanks, mate. We'll enjoy a bit later on.
With us here today, Sean Bradford. Sean, this race means more probably to you than any other race in Australia.
Yeah, obviously I want to win it every year. I always try every year to win it. I reckon, I don't know how many times, but I've probably been second a half dozen times maybe, but I think last year I was sort of either, you know, win or die trying sort of thing. I spun out trying to pass, I think it was Mitch Wormel on the outside, later stages of the race, but it was sort of follow the leader on the bottom, and I thought, oh, well, I'm not coming third or whatever I was running. I've got to have a crack for the win, so yeah.
The race emotionally to you, do you prepare it to any different to any other race? Because, you know, it's one of those races that just emotionally it must be hard on the day, night, whatever, and especially if you win it afterwards.
Yeah, it's probably, I probably stress a bit more. I don't try to, or know I do, but I think I do. Get a bit more maybe nervous or more butterflies in the stomach sort of thing about it, but generally once we've raced, once we've done a couple laps, and then I just try, usually in the feature race, to be a bit conservative at the start, so I don't go too hard too early and do something silly or whatever, and then as the race goes on, just try and win it, yeah.
You're only a young jacker when your dad passed, all those years ago, but to have people come up and still say, hey, your old man was a superstar legend, like so kick-ass and clean on all those kind of things, must make you feel really proud too, that you are holding the Bradford name up for Sprintcar racing as well.
Yeah, and I think Dad was a really good person, and that's something I try to live up to, that sort of name. I actually only had someone send me a message not that long ago, a nice gesture about a good gesture that Dad did back in the day, just to remind you of what sort of person he was, and yeah, you try to sort of live up to that name of being not just a good racer, but a good person as well.
Yeah, his middle name, Bonza, when they recorded exactly what he was. I got to witness him racing at Clermont. He was a great driver and a good bloke. So, the Pithara Speedway has been really good for the Bradford family. Family farm's not too far away. They promote this thing, they run it every year. It would be good to get a little bit more help, a little bit more backing, I'm assuming. And there's people you'd probably like to thank, and there's some things that you probably want to say about it.
Yeah, obviously it would be nice to have it bigger and better, but Phil and Joe do a great job. They pretty much almost single-handedly run the place. There is like a committee and a lot of other people that go into helping it, but without a doubt they do the most. And everyone chips in to help, but I think it'd be nice to have more, more involvement and stuff like that. But I think at the same time, it's just you don't want to overdo it. It's a thing everyone does, and it's sort of family orientated more so, and it's in the bush and it's not too commercialised or anything like that. And I sort of like it like that. I don't know what other people like, but I don't mind it the way it is. It's kind of just without going overboard, it's just something we do and every year and a bit of a tradition, and everyone has a bit of fun.
You moved up here 5 years ago to be family. How's that all going for you?
Yeah, so it's good. So we're 13 k's up the road into Olney, and business is going well and the family's going well. So yeah, can't complain. Brother Casey's up in Olney now too. So yeah, I mean we love it up here, and it's just a little bit far to go racing. When we go to Kwinana, you can't just shoot down the road or go work on the car, but it's just that time of life where we're doing something not quite so Speedway oriented. It's still race a bit, just not as much as I used to.
Oh mate, we wish you the best for the night, on and off the track, and you know it's going to be a big night for the Bradford family, so go out there and get them, mate.
Alright, thanks Jason.
We now take in the raw sounds of hot laps and time trials. Trent Pigden went quick time. We now sit down with performance race gear's Michael Nan, part 1.
Hey guys, Safety Mike from the metropolis of Pithara, here with Jason from Dirt Track Nutters, just talking about safety.
Now, Michael, if I was, say, a sprint car driver coming into the sport,
Yeah.
Want to give the fans a little bit of behind the scene of what sort of gear that I would need.
Sure.
And the ratings of some of the stuff, why it's rated the way it is.
Yep.
And then some of the pricings and stuff, so people get an idea of actually what it costs to
Sure.
fit yourself out.
Sure. Okay, well, let's start with the pricing because that's generally what drives most competitors. An FIA suit, FIA 8856 2018. FIA is the global standard in racewear, so I only ever sell FIA, be it helmets, suits, underwear, boots, gloves, socks, balaclavas. The SFI stuff is cheaper. 99% of it's made in third world countries such as Pakistan. It is a lower burn time. Example, SFI 5 is 10 seconds to second degree burns. Everybody in the world saw Romain Grosjean's FIA Formula 1 crash. That was a proper fire. Car split in two and that was a proper fire. He got out that car at 29.5 seconds. just sit in your car, count to 10 in your SFI suit. That's how long you got to 2nd degree bounce. FIA stuff sets through a set of higher standards in testing. Basically everything in FIA is tested to destruction. Destruction means destruction. That's the ultimate test. They destroy a helmet, they destroy a suit, destroy the boots, everything. Everything's done to destruction. If, for example, you turned up at the track, Supercars, for example, with an SFI suit, SFI gear, you'd simply be sent home. There's no grey areas. You can't run that stuff at any meeting. So if you're starting out, if you're going to any of the big players in Australia for your gear, please ask for the FIA standard. Do not bother with the SFI stuff. This is all my personal opinions, my experience, my knowledge. A race suit off the shelf from myself starts at $799.95. If you're getting into the sport, you're starting in sedans or you're starting in limiteds or any kind of car, do you really need a custom race suit? Or do you need an $800 race suit? Because the rating is exactly the same. What separates this is the logos, the colors, the features, the made to measure. All that costs money. And this is our top end, lightweight, breathable suit. But you can still get a mid-level, not in terms of safety, a mid-level in terms of breathability and weight, $799, $800, and you're in.
So, Michael, where would you use FIA and SFI suits?
Yeah, good question there, Jason. SFI is an American standard, predominantly used in the US for road racing, for rallying, for Speedway. Interestingly enough, IndyCar moved to the FIA standard. So 99% of SFI suits in Australia in Speedway for sprint cars, for midgets, etc., are SFI 3.2A5. The new standard that they use in NASCAR is SFI 3.4, which has twice the burn time of an SFI 5 suit. So if you are going to buy an SFI suit and it is custom, tell your manufacturer that you want the higher NASCAR standard. Give yourself the best chance, because that's the closest SFI standard that there is to FIA. Still a bit off, but a lot closer than SFI 5. We were talking earlier on about Kerry Madsen. I had the pleasure of staying with Kerry 2017 for a night in Knoxville. We had a few beers, and everyone knows how vocal Kerry can be. And we were sitting there, and Kerry said to me, what half of these dude don't get is everybody's going to go to work on Monday. And that saying, even though I had a few beers, stuck with me. Because it's right. We've all got to go to work on Monday. You know, most of us have got Monday to Friday jobs, whether you're a builder or whatever. We've all got jobs. This is a hobby. There's very, very few of the guys getting paid to do this. So please invest in your safety. Buy the best that you can. There's way more options than me. You don't have to come and shop with me. I'll give anybody advice. Simply message me, call me, whatever. It doesn't matter to me if you don't shop with me. I just want to get the word out there, take the advice, pass on the knowledge. Everybody goes home. Everybody goes to work on Monday.
These suits, obviously we talked about the fire risk.
Yep.
I'm assuming that, you know, long feature races
Yep.
and dehydration
Yep.
and fatigue
Yep.
is a big part of the suits as well.
Massive part of the suit. So the big five FIA players being Sparco, Alpine Stars, OMP, HRX and P1, we use in our top end suits, which is an open weave Nomex made in Western Europe. What that is, if I use my fingers as an example, is the weaves of the fabric are open. So it lets air through the suit, so the suit becomes breathable. When we have a fire, as we've all seen fires, the suit welds shut in a fraction of a microsecond. The suit turns brown. When the suit cools, it becomes very, very, very brittle, like flaky pastry. The thing just basically falls apart as you're touching it. Once it cools, when you're in the fire, that protective layer will protect you for the time to allow you to get safely out the car. Once again, we've all seen Grosjean's accident.
We will return with Michael Nan a little bit later in the episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the DTN YouTube channel so you don't miss all the action. We would like to thank the partners of our show: Comex Civil, Redline Race Cars and Roll Cages, A Steel Powder Coaters, Crewwear Incorporated, Cash for Containers, Coverall Sheet Metal, My Race Setup, Oval Track Diecast and Racing Collectibles, Ultra Tune Morley, and Michael Holmes Racing Performance Parts. Let's go back to the action at Pithara for the Bonza Bradford Memorial.
Phil, can you grab me that other wicker bill if you're not busy? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, just on the
wicker bill. Right, yep.
Go for a big wicked bill bunny, just trying to get the line down for us.
Yeah, just trying to get off those corners a bit better and stay pinned to the track. But yeah, she's pretty tough. So we'll see how we go.
Heat 1. Trent Pigden from Ryan Farrell, AJ Nash and Sean Bradford, your top 4 in this heat. Your top three are Trent Pigden, Ryan Farrell and AJ Nash. We take a look at Heat 1 from Joel Ettridge's sprint car. Heat 2. Your top three for Heat 2 are Mitch Wormel, Owen Pete and George Eaton.
What's the go? Where you change your shock on the right side?
Not changing shock, putting a spring on it. Car's not working, it's just not driving, not getting into the ground, so just trying a few things to get it to work. Hopefully try a few different things instead of throwing the kitchen sink at it, so to speak. It wasn't working on the bottom, or he wasn't catching anyone, so he's trying to go to the top, and the wind's pretty harsh at that end at 3 and 4, and it's just pushing the car out too wide. Just got her up over the lip and couldn't hold on to it, so he probably could have kept going, but might as well just stop and pull everyone back in again. So don't know. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a hard night, I reckon.
When you put a spring in, what's that going to do for the car?
Essentially just try and push the right rear into the ground a little bit harder, just more drive off the right rear, but we're actually really trying to chase all-round grip, so I'm going to try and do something on the left rear as well. Going to go to a 94, so I get bigger tyre on the left rear, try and get it to drive a bit more off the left as well, and see how it goes.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
What's good, homies? We're back. Another video. We're at Speedway in Pithara. We're running the 360s here at Pithara. Very good track tonight. Hope we do good. See ya.
He's got some random bloke sitting next to you, Jeff Murphy.
Oh, yes. Mr. Murphy.
4 million years of experience.
That's it. Knows more than I've ever forgot more than I'd ever know.
Yeah, tell us about your, hot laps and then the time trial. And then
hot laps weren't real flash. Just the wind really affected the car and was real tight. Didn't really want to go around the corner, so time really quite bad. And then that next heat didn't go too bad. We were a bit moved the wing forward and whatnot, and car setup was a lot better. And now we'll be off the front next heat. Unfortunately, because of the timing, but should hopefully be good. We'll try and make something good out of it.
Good luck. Cheers.
Oh, they're meeting up? Yeah.
Tell us what you're doing, Bob.
The motor didn't sound like it was running properly, so just change the focus and go from there.
Pretty nice and balanced.
Yeah, it looked good, it just didn't sound good or didn't run the good, but there's not really much in the track at the moment.
Yeah, everyone's struggling for a bit of rear end grip.
Yeah. So hopefully we get the motor sorted, then we can get some more grip and go from there.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
All right, Chase.
Yeah, good, are you?
I'm good, mate. See, this is what I like. This is the unsung hero, keeps the car nice and clean, so you can see the sponsors. That's good for people like me. Yeah, Mitch, while Bob's flogged down on the car, you went second quick and then did a pretty good job in your heat race, just took off, but everyone's struggling for a little bit of rear end grip.
Yes, it's very slick at the moment. Even the top groove, we keep wetting it, obviously trying to get a bit of moisture in, a bit of grip up there, but there's just nothing there. I tried it a couple of times and we slowed down a little bit, but pretty much half throttle around most of the track. I mean, down the straights you get going, and then back through the corners you're backing off, and you sort of quarter half throttle all the way through the corner, so it's pretty tough kick at the moment.
What kind of changes are you looking at in the rear end just to get that lockdown?
Probably just soften a little bit. I moved the wing back there in that heat race, and what that does is obviously gets the rear end squatted a bit more, just try to get those wheels with grip up through the corners. So might soften up rear end a little bit, or even raise the front end a little bit just to get that rear end back. But and we're having a little bit of engine issues as Bob's trying to do now, so it's just quite not running right.
Good, mate. Good luck for the next one.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Let's take you back to Performance Race Gear's Michael Nan for part 2 of our talk.
Michael, we covered a fair bit about the race suits,
Yep.
but also there's gloves, helmets and shoes that go with it, and fireproof underwear, the whole gear.
Yep.
What's sort of the differences in the shoes, the helmets, and all the gear that you can get through?
Sure. So again, it's back to the SFI versus FIA in socks, underwear, balaclavas, gloves. It's the same story. Once again, the FIA is the highest standard, and it's all tested to destruction. Really, it's simple as that. Helmets, again, FIA, two standards, 8860, which is what the Formula One guys use, which is what supercars use, Porsche Carrera Cup. Then there's FIA 8859 standard. We sell a boatload of them from Arai and from Schubert. So both quality helmets, Arai being composite, Schubert being pure carbon. One of the very, very few pure carbon helmets. Feel free to come and have a look, drop by the van, give me a shout when I'm at the track, or talk to anybody that wears one. I firmly believe Arai and Schubert are definitely the #1 helmets across the world. That's my belief. That's why I sell them.
And Performance Race Gear don't only do Speedway. For the
Yep.
people that, you know, sit on the chair on,
Yep.
on the hill and
Yep.
just watch it, what other sports do you do?
Yeah, for sure. In supercars, everyone knows supercars. We dress Tickford Racing with Cam Waters and Thomas Randall, Declan Fraser and James Courtney. They're going back to a 2-car team next year. And the drivers, I'm sure most people know, is Cam and Tommy Randall. We're currently in negotiations with another team. I like to have 4 cars across the grid in supercars. Great for TV coverage, great for brand awareness. In rallying, the Australian Rally Championship, we dress Pithara and Alex Rulo with their new Hyundai i20 WRC cars. The Luff guys out of Victoria with their AP4 Yaris. Massive coverage in rallying, whether it's tarmac or whether it's gravel. Off-road, we've got a heap of customers in off-road racing. A lot of them guys at that top end of the game are all about performance over price. You know, a suit. This is Jock Goodyear's suit that he'll be wearing next weekend in Warrnambool. Something like this in full custom, full Speedway spec with your arm restraints, blah, 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 made to measure, all the logos, circa $3.5 grand. You go, okay, well, that's a lot of money. I don't know how much a right rear is these days, probably around $700, I'll guess. Yeah, okay. It's not a whole lot of money. Compare it to the price of an SFI suit. Do your homework. Look at the differences. Feel free to message me. Feel free to call me. Always happy. Advice is free. It costs nothing.
With Performance Race Gear, where's the best place or thing to get you on socials?
Yeah, sure.
Or...
Yeah, get me on socials. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, and a few others. The names, yeah, the social media stuff. I'm old, baffles me. Best thing I prefer to do is to talk to somebody on the phone. My phone number's all across my social media. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email. Better still, call me. I'm old school. I prefer that. I prefer to talk to somebody.
And you're at the racetrack a fair bit
Absolutely, yes. Speedway and the Motorplex season we're there. I attend probably half a dozen supercar meetings. I attend the Title, the Classic, the big shows. I got customer network and dealer network all across Australia. So, you know, most of our suit measures are done by myself in custom on FaceTime. We've developed that off to a pattern over the last 8 years. Takes about 30 minutes. I measure you. I do not send you a form and say good luck. It's just not something that I want to do. So I will spend my time measuring you personally if you cannot get to me, or I can't get to you, or you can't visit one of my dealers.
Now, if we were to buy a full kit today,
yep,
helmet, you know, top rated, everything,
yep,
for safety, what we sort of looking at for the whole deal?
If you want to start off with a base FIA suit, it's $800. A set of underwear is going to cost you, FIA is going to cost you $500 with a balaclava, socks, top and bottom. That's as a package deal. The boots currently we offer are super light boot. I've chosen white simply because Jock rants and raves about them. And these boots filled the podium at the Title last year, which was Lockie. Jock won it, Lockie second and Callum third. These guys all wear these boots.
Pretty flexible.
Kangaroo leather. It's our super light, breathable perforations, and of course, FIA standard. And being the new standard, the gold standard. So every FIA product has a hologram on it, except for socks, because the hologram obviously costs money. That's our hologram guarantees it's genuine. It's pretty hard to forge a hologram these days. When you look at the hologram in detail, it's quite hard to forge. The SFI You buy a label, you stitch it on. People will see me on socials posting the latest bulletins about fraudulent stuff from SFI. Just do your homework, guys, or pick up the phone and ask.
So looking at the boots, how much will they cost?
These are $4.99 for our P1 Superlights.
Yep, and then say a helmet as well.
A helmet that I sell from a Rye starts at $1,350 in composite. Schuberth Carbon starts at $3,300, and that's growing every day in sales. It's incredible. We've got dealers across every state now for Schuberth. A Rye I've been involved with for the last 20 years through my son's racing, through my own racing. Fantastic helmet. So we've got something for everybody. $1,350 or $33. It's up to you. They're both great helmets.
And what made you get into this, retail sort of outlet?
Yeah, I'd raced and been involved with racing through my son. Pretty much all my days with my father, with myself, with my son. And I was always interested in driver safety. I saw people getting hurt back 20, 30 years ago because safety was a bit hit and miss back then. And it always kind of interested me. We've got to be able to do this better. Clearly F1 sets the bar, as does WRC. We moved to Australia in 2007. I've been in the timber industry all my life. And come to Australia in 2007, did it for a couple of weeks and thought, I just can't do this anymore. So fancied a change. Saw a job advertised at Revolution Race Gear. Worked there for a year and thought, give this a crack myself. So set up in business with a business partner 10.5 years ago, and yeah, never looked back.
Well, Michael Nan and Performance Race Gear, we'd like to thank you for talking to us here on Speedway, and I know that the fans out there appreciate your words today to give them a bit of an insight on what actually goes on behind the scenes in Speedway other than just racing.
No worries, Jason. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We would like to thank Michael Nan from Performance Race Gear for taking us through some of the safety aspects of Speedway. Now as we take you to heats 3 and 4, you can see the weather pattern is starting to change for Pithara. Heat 3 positions are Jeremy Warren, Corey Hunter and Luke Mewett.
Jeremy Warren, Heat 3 winner. Well done, mate. Good drive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty tricky conditions. Track's a bit dry tonight, but yeah, we've done the best we could.
You had a stint out of sprint car racing for quite a while.
15 years out of the chair, yeah.
Yeah, remember you had Claremont and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now you're back. You just come back to enjoy it.
Yeah, just love it. Yeah, can't get enough.
You make any changes with the car? It looks like they'll probably leave it now. They'll pretty well go around the track.
The car was pretty good in the last one. We'll just make a few minor changes, but yeah, a couple of tyres. But other than that, we're pretty good, I think.
Heat 4. Heat 4 was George Eaton, Sean Bradford and AJ Nash.
Well done. That
Thank
looked
you.
pretty easy, to be honest. I know it's not easy out there, but they look like you're just driving around on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, no, it was great to drive. Credits to the boys tonight. They've got me a really fast car. Thank you to all my sponsors. As you can see on the car, all the sponsors. Got GD Mechanical, Jimmy's Original Parts, Westmec Diesel. Yeah, credit to all the boys. Bridgestone, Morley and Clarkson. Big thank you to Darren there. You're amazing. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have the amazing shock package that we do tonight. So yeah, big thanks to Darren and Glenn who helped me out with the shock package. Hopefully Glenn's watching. This is for you, Glenn, and all the boys back home. I know all my family couldn't be here apart from Dad tonight, so they'll be stoked for me.
Good job, mate. Well done.
Thank you, appreciate it, guys.
We go into the Bradford Transporter and ask how their night's going.
How many towels you put on, Sean?
One stack of 10. It's dusty, so I don't think I'll need them. But I've got them. I don't know, they might grate it, they might water it, I don't know.
Hopefully they'll let it go.
I've got another stack there, but yeah. I don't think it matters.
As Describe your night so far.
Yeah. Frustrating. Yeah, we ran out of fuel in qualifying. We barely did one lap, and the car was terrible in first heat. So I tried to run the high in 3 and 4, which I didn't think would work, but I thought I might as well try it now rather than feature. And yeah, in that heat we did a heap of changes. The car was better, but the track's almost taken rubber, so it's kind of a night where you want to start at the front because no one's going to pass, and I'll probably start towards the back. But we're probably just going to have to be conservative and maybe pick them off and yeah, wait for maybe a few dropouts and stuff like that and be better late in the race. But it would depend on what they do with the track, because if it's going 25 laps, we nearly won't make it for tyres. So unless we haven't got any hard ones, so yeah, unless we just roll around for 20 laps. But see what happens.
If they water the top, if there's something up there for you, you'll go there.
I'll try. It won't happen in 3 and 4 tonight, unfortunately, with this wind. There's not enough camber there anymore on this the newer surface where it's been modified for the wall height, etc. They've taken the top down, and the wind is blowing so hard from the east. It's drying the track out, one, but two, it's trying to blow you off the track as you come around there. So 3 and 4 is fine. You can run the top, but yeah, you kind of just need to get up past car, get back down. Bottom's the fastest at the moment, or has been all night.
So it's going to be 2 feet of patience to get you to the front?
Probably, yeah.
No, thanks mate.
As the feature grids went up, the weather changed for the worst, and Pithara became a different place.
Getting choked to death in the dust. Next minute we're getting drowned.
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 Well, Pithara skies have gotten angry. A lot of rain's coming down. Thunder now, lightning. It's not a good look, but the guys are getting in their cars just to, you know, be ready in case we actually get a pocket where we can't go racing. So good luck to them. But yeah, doesn't look good.
Let her down, mate. Just jumping in.
I didn't hear you local boys say there's going to be rain today.
No. Thought there might have been a slight chance later on, but not now.
It's not raining properly yet.
No, but enough to be annoying.
Any more almost
Not good. Actually, just check that.
Unfortunately, the rain gods had other ideas, and the weather just got worse. Pithara Speedway for the Bonds of Bradford Memorial was rained out. But hey, that's racing. We don't get blue skies and green flags all the time. We would like to thank photographers Brad Steele, Peter French, Peter Roebuck, Bruce Hunt and Bruce Russell for all their amazing photographs in this edition. That's it from us for episode 4. We will see you in episode 5 for the King of Wings.